Hello guys, so in this video we will talk about for else statement in Python. So earlier we had talked about for loop and if else statement in Python. So it is combination of for loop and if else, and this statement is exclusive in Python. So if you look into any other programming language, most probably you won't find any for else statement there. So without wasting time, let's start. So I'm sharing my screen. Here you can see this is the Jupyter notebook, and I'm taking a list, a random list of few elements. Let's say A, B, C, D, E, F. These are the elements of our list L1. Okay. So if I print L1, you can see these are the all elements in L1. So let's start with the normal for loop. So if I do for I in L1 and print I, what will happen? It will print all the elements of that list L1 one by one. Okay, that's it. Now, what else statement does? Let's try that. So I'll write again for I in L1, print I, and then I'll write else statement for else. Look at the indentation. Okay, the for and else start at the same indentation level. Okay, don't write something like this. Okay, it will throw an error. Where the whatever position the for is starting, you should write else starting from that position only. Then I'll write print, I'll remove the extra line, and I'll write something like this statement. This is print statement from else part. Okay, and I'll execute that. What happened? It executed the for loop completely, and after that whatever is written in the else part, it has executed that. Okay, so we got the idea. Okay, that for loop will be executed and then the else part will be executed. Okay, that's it. Then some people will ask, then what is the need of else? Anyway, if we don't write else, and if you just directly write whatever statement you want to write below the for statement, it will execute, right? So let's try that. For I in L1, print I, and just below for loop, not within the for loop, just below for loop, I'll write this statement as it is. Okay, look at the indentation. The print statement start not like this. Okay, if I write something like this, that means this print statement is within for loop. But when I write something like this, okay, so it is outside for loop and just below the for loop. And if I execute this, you can see the output is exactly similar to what we got in the else statement. Then what is the difference? There is difference. Okay, so let's talk about difference. Before going to difference, I'll tell you what break statement does. Okay, I'll create a separate video for that, no issue. Before watching this video, you will get the idea about break, continue, and pass, no issue. So then what is the difference between this else statement and without else statement? What makes the difference? The difference is very simple. The else part will execute if and only if for loop is completed. Like my point is, if the for statement gets executed completely, then and then only the else part will get executed. And if you don't use else part, even if this for loop is executed completely or partially or whatever, if that loop gets break because of any reason, still this print statement will work, but in else part it won't work. I'll show you how. So I'll write for I in L1, print I, and I'll write one break statement here. For that I'll write some condition. If I equal to C, okay, and if it is C, then I'll write break. Okay, and what is break? You already have an idea. I have discussed everything about break, continue and pass in my previous video. Okay, and I'll write else part, and I'll write this print statement. I'll copy this as it is and I'll write it over here. Okay, now if I do this, see what happened. It didn't print all the values from for loop. That is completely fine, but it didn't execute this part also. Why? Because what for loop does, it takes all the elements from L1 one by one. So the value of I will be like A, then B, then C, then D, then E, and then F. So when the value of I is A, it printed it, it checked this condition, it is false. So the break statement didn't get executed. For the second iteration, it will be a B. It printed the B, it checked, it is false, the print didn't get executed. When the next iteration, it is C, it printed C. This condition is true now. So the break statement gets executed. From the name itself, it breaks the loop. So this statement breaks the for loop. So what happened? Our for statement didn't get executed completely because of any reason. Okay. So here the reason is this break statement. But because of any reason, if the for statement doesn't get executed completely, then the else part won't get executed. Okay. If I remove this else part, if I just copy this and if I just paste this and I remove this else part, okay, and if I put this print statement just below the for loop, here also what will happen, whenever the value of I is C, it will print that C and it will break the for loop. The for loop won't get completed. But this statement, print statement, is just below the for loop without using any else statement. Let's see what happens. The for loop gets executed till C, then it got break, but the below statement got executed. Okay. So the bottom line is, you can make use of else statement with for loop using this syntax, and the use case will be like, if you want to print something into on the console, or if you want to put something into log saying that the for statement got executed completely without any interruption, then and then only whatever you want to execute, you can put that part in else section. So that's it, guys. Okay, the same thing, I can write something like this. I can write something like this. Unfortunately, for loop didn't complete. Okay, now it makes sense, right? What happens? Sorry, I made the mistake. I'll write hooray. Okay, so that was my mistake. Learn from that mistake also, because this statement will get executed only if the for loop gets completed, right? So I'll write hooray, the for loop completed. And if I execute this, you can see hooray, for loop completed, but there is spelling mistake. Completed. Okay, but see, that thing is not written. Why? Because for loop didn't get completed. It got interrupted because of some reason. So if I remove this break statement and this condition, so I'll write here Z. If I equal to Z, then only it should get break. So right now it won't break, right? So instead of writing it over, I'll just copy this, I'll paste it here, and instead of C, I'll write Z. Okay. Now the for loop will break only if I equal to Z. But in our list L1, there is no Z, right? So technically and logically, our for statement will not break. It will get completed. So let's see what happened. It printed all the elements from for loop, and at the end it says, hooray, the for loop completed. So that's it. That's how you can make use of for else statement in Python. So I hope you got some idea about for else statement in Python. You got some knowledge. If you like this content, you can please do the like, share, comment, subscribe, and anything you can do to encourage me, please do that. This is Akshay Daga signing off. Thank you. Bye bye.